Hello and welcome from Engadget. I'm Matt Smith, and each week in the morning after, I take you through the most interesting, at least intriguing tech stories of the last 7 days. And this is our last episode before the holiday break and New Year, so I hope you have a fantastic end of 2024 and an amazing start to 2025. First up though, what happened with the tech news? Actually, a surprising lot. The US Supreme Court has agreed to hear TikTok owner ByteDance's appeal on the law that could ban the app entirely across the US. The Protecting Americans for Foreign Adversary Controlled Applications Act, still rolling off the tongue there, is set to go into effect on January 19th. That's the day before President-elect Trump's inauguration. The TikTok company has already been saying that the President-elect Trump had said he would save TikTok, which is very funny if you remember that he was the first guy that said he was going to ban it back in 2020. ByteDance is claiming that the new law violates free speech rights, and it has an unlikely ally in that it's the same position shared by the ACLU. The Justice Department, however, says that there are concerns that the Chinese government could influence the company and collect data about American citizens. Interestingly, the Supreme Court's response was pretty fast, only 2 days after the company filed its appeal. Spare a thought for OnePlus, Sony, and the other kind of mid-tier smartphone makers. I get it, it's the end of 2024, it's increasingly difficult for anyone making smartphones to differentiate or push the envelope, unless you fold the envelope. But hey, OnePlus is at least trying something. Its next phone, the OnePlus 13, will be taking water resistance a step further, having a IP69 rating promising the device can withstand high pressure jets of water, for all those high-pressure jets of water moments we experience on the daily. Now, the OnePlus 13 might be the very first mainstream smartphone to get this kind of certification. And the company likes its wet phone tech, oddly enough. A few years ago, it introduced a feature called Rain Water Touch on the OnePlus 12 and other phones, which algorithmically determined how you were touching the screen while operating it in the rain or other wet conditions. The OnePlus 13 will eventually launch in 3 colorways, with one packing a new glass coating that resists smudges. Apparently another first in the industry, at least according to OnePlus. Expect to hear more about that phone in early January. Speaking of January, and I know the holidays haven't even kicked off, but we are already looking into the next year when, almost immediately, some of the Engadget team, not me, will be heading to Las Vegas for tech's biggest annual conference. Again, not me. I'm fine about it. Totally fine. Anyway, the pitches from companies both legit and unhinged are already filling our inboxes and spam filters. Of course, there's the predictable stuff. Expect to see AI get even more pervasive yet again, both in good and overhyped ways. Recall, if you will, the Rabbit R1 from last year's CES. That didn't fare so well when it eventually arrived. When it comes to PCs, we can make some educated guesses at least. Nvidia should debut its long-awaited RTX 5000 video cards, while AMD CEO Lisa Su has confirmed we'll see next-generation RDNA 4 GPUs early next year. Then, of course, there'll be all these new laptops to house all those upgrades. And it's CES, so of course there's going to be a ton of audio products, EVs, flying EVs, robots, and just plain weird kitchen stuff that I'm not going to want to buy, but would like to poke and prod, even if this year I don't get to. Make sure to check out the full CES 2025 preview over at Engadget.com, and expect all the news and hands-on reports to land in roughly 2 weeks' time. Cementing its status as the fastest growing social network ever with a heavy Nepo baby lift from Instagram, Threads has hit 300 million users, with over 100 million people using the site every day. And we could see big changes on Threads as Meta capitalizes on that growth and all those new people. The company reportedly has plans to experiment with its first ads for Threads in early 2025. Hooray! Happy holidays. And that was your morning after. Thanks once again for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel and the playlist. And yeah, I'd like to cap off this end of year special with just a quick list of everything I'd like for Christmas, or even my birthday, which is pretty early in January. And yeah, we're done. Hope you have a great weekend.